updates. Perhaps it might be, but you know, Vile Time is infamous. But yeah, I think it's been pretty curious to see like who else makes it through as well. Like obviously we've got to focus on this game, but with 2 slots available for Pro League in season 20, of course, not the Pro League that's 15 days away, but the Pro League after. I mean, if I was to look at the teams that are still here, I'd honestly say that maybe one of these two and Koi or Aurora would be my favourites. But there's a long way to go, and we're going to have to figure out who will be our first semi-finalist in the playoffs. It's one of Sinners, it's one of 3D Max. Which one will it be?
Connect right now, and he might never mind. Crouches right into the angle and hits the headshot. In the meantime, they're going to start bursting onto that B bomb site, and it's not going to be the same success, at least initially, for Sinners. They're being completely locked out now, actually. That initial kill back in towards Graffiti got rid of the initial defense, then they had to just charge back in through short, and things did not work out up close and personal against those Glocks. I think they'll give the retake a go, but a 2-on-4 with no kit in play, I don't love their chances.
Nice shot from Ait, but the instant trade from Exercise was always going to come through. And we mentioned the T-side start, as I suspected it would be 3D Max. Could be a bit difficult. Well, if you would pistol, get a nice conversion, especially as Sinners are choosing to force buy here. That could be 3-0. Looking very simple for them, but never count out the Sinners Deagles or the Oscar Scout.
Always an interesting pick-up. Very hit or miss, literally. Oscar, though, can pull it off if anyone can, so... Let's see what exactly the plan is. I believe he's just positioned it over towards A long. A little bit of a peek in on mid, maybe feigning that there won't be presence around long. Hoping to have someone kind of at ease, to put someone at ease, rather, if they were to go for that early long peak just after the mid peak. But at this point, they know, of course, that they could have repositioned easily, even if it was only that initial mid peak. So they'll slow things down. They'll keep on just slowly inching their way forward on these angles. And while Exercise, I was going to say, might have a false sense of security here, because that peak has come in quite yet from the tree. Only now does it come true, and NEOFRAG on the Deagle. I think it was only just on that previous map where you mentioned the Deagles of Sinners and how dangerous they can be. They didn't come alive when you mentioned it, but, well, it only really matters if they manage to make it happen here on map number 3.
Yeah, and NEOFRAG didn't come alive either, right? Map 1 really well played by him, but map 2 very quiet. So, great start for a bit of confidence to return that to his mouse hand, perhaps, for NEOFRAG. Maybe a mental help, of course, as well, with that confidence. Just hitting a couple of nice Deagle shots can just change how you feel. You could have a second as well. Look at the timing he's got on Maka, and look at what 3D Max are going into. 5-7, all the tag coming through from Jocko, actually behind Lucky and Gravity, but look at Beast, he's still here. He catches one on the cross, he was low, of course, and look at the damage done to Lucky and Gravity. It's a nice kill from Lucky, but NEOFRAG was there for the trade. 7 seconds on the plant, this isn't going to happen. Actually, it was quite close for Gravity. He might have even got a lineup there, but Oscar instantly with the Scout takes it and gets the free AK.
Yeah, of all the weapons as well, to be left one-on-one there, it's the Scout. If he misses or if he only gets a body shot while that final player is full health, then he would have been screwed, but he makes it work. Solid trade, a round win there with not a ton to work with, mostly pistols and the Scout. And well, it forces the hand of 3D Max to just go ahead and put it all in once again, try and get it done, see if they can go ahead and rock the boat once again, get the favor tipping back in their direction. And well, with an AK in play, Maka actually completely catches NEOFRAG off guard. I would presume not expecting any rifles at all.
Yes, the force by Warstein. They could be about to begin with a vengeance. Jocko's got the M4. You could give that over to Lucky or Exercise, of course. They've got armor to work with. See if that is a choice they go for. You'd think they would. Here it is. This is now actually quite a tough round for Sinners to win. I know they're a man down, so it sounds obvious, but you need one player to maybe get 2, the second player to probably get 2, just to relax it. And they're quite split up, even though they've got multiple on A. They need this flank from Oscar to work out.
When he does manage to catch that 1 kill, that's going to keep them busy now, somewhat being cautious of their flank,
working.
even though Oscar's wrapped it back around. And as you can see, they walk into the meat grinder. Lucky with a Tech 9 up close and personal. That's where you want to be with this weapon. He's got it right in the face here. I believe that is Shock on the bomb site. Not able to get the finish, and now he's working with a scout, which isn't the ideal weapon. Hopes for the no-scope to land. And while he gets finished off, an upgrade to the AK as well comes in for Shock. It was a 3k found also, so good money added to the bank in a crucial round. And while 3D Max this time around don't make their force buy workout, they're going to be taking an eco. I don't even imagine any pistols are really going to be bought up, so this should be straightforward for Sinners. A chance to solidify their economy and potentially keep all 5 players alive.
Shock played that super well, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, he's somewhat fortunate not to go down there, but the fact he stayed alive for so long and in the end finally finishing off the kill was super nice. Exercise is loving that bomb inspect animation, keeping the F key firmly planted to continue spinning that C4. Let's go with the UMP. We haven't seen the UMP too much these days, but maybe an old favourite from him. Exercise is still holding it down. Going for the world record, perhaps, on bomb spinning. Don't drop it. Could have issues.
So, or I get it. It's all Glocks at the moment, though, so there's not much going on. It gives us time to take a breather. 3D Max are going to need it because if they don't come alive in the first gun round, I think my prediction that whoever got the early kind of lead would run away with it might come true. And I don't want it to come true, but I would like one close map at least in this series.
Yeah. 3D Max need to get this one sorted. Get it done and dusted. Maka may as well use his flashes. There we go. Nothing for free that can be picked up for Sinners. Shock will get that one. And the last. Another triple kill for Shock. That's 6 kills in 2 rounds. Nice.
Some eco frags. We could call him an eco fragger, but that's what you want. I like eco frags. Gets the confidence rolling, and then you can get the kills when it matters as well. Not that the eco frags don't matter. You don't want to get ecoed and rolled over by pistols. But Molly was invisible there for a moment. That was weird. Either way, 3-1. We're finally getting into some real action now. We can wake ourselves up a little bit as we have some real AKs in play. No op, unfortunately, which is a little bit of a kicker for Maka, but I'm not like Overpass. You don't necessarily need it here on that T side. That nade does serious damage, though. Lucky down to 44. It must have landed directly on him. You can see the aggression out through Monster here from the CT side as well. They are just so incredibly confident right now. Maka gets shot in the face through a fence, and well, there was no defense to be had. Joko might have a shot at least at getting the trade as he creeps around the corner, crouching, giving his position away, unfortunately.
Shock is taking over the server right now. Might have been a big shadow advantage for Joko there, but Shock was just better.
Right eye peek as well. He crouched in on the left side, right? So showing the scene just before he gets the vision on. They line up again for Shock. Is he even trying right now, or is everything just kind of falling into place? Because sometimes it seems like that's what's happening.
Everything's gone right in this round for him. And actually, everything's gone right in the last 3 rounds for him.
I love when I have those games.
Yeah, right.
Once a year.
Once a year, I guess. Spot on.
I don't play often enough anymore.
Yeah.
I have a good game.
Having a good game is a great feeling, especially when you haven't played in a while. You're like, oh my god, I've still got it. Oh my goodness. But yeah, Ait will steal the ace from Shock, but he won't care. That makes it 10 kills in 3 rounds.
It's crazy. And they've got 4 AKs as well, in comparison to 0 AKs for 3D Maxes. They're stuck on Tech 9s. All the utility they could ever ask for. A somewhat stable economy already at this point. Sinners are on an early roll, and this is a bit more reminiscent of how things played out in Ancient, so it's got to begin to be scary here at this point for 3D Max, knowing that it's most likely going to be 5-1, although they're of course going to give it their all here with a decent enough investment. Yeah, Sinners are awake now. They reattached their hands. Clearly they had severed their limbs in that second map. No other explanation.
Oscar, well, he's under a little bit of pressure there. Gets taken down. Now, with the AK picked up for Lucky, there's a chance to maybe do something with this, but thankfully for B-Stick, picks up a good timing. Now Ike is here to help. Flash does actually quite a lot of work. Not necessarily the right way for Sinners, but in the end he recovers the spray. B for Ike this time. And Dean, look at the money they've built up already. They've got, before this utility purchase, they had four or three, I think it was three. They had 3 players on quintuple digits.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Obviously, with the damage done, the small bit of damage and the need for the op to come back out here on Oscar, they do, as you said, manage to spend a decent amount, but there's still 4 of the players that are pretty close to that 10k. 3 of them, at least, are really close. B-Stick's still pretty comfortable with 6,500. Oscar's in an okay position considering he's already got the op in play as well, and you can see clearly 3D Max are feeling the pressure right now. They're going to try and give a bit of a change, and I think Oscar will probably look to put an early stop to whatever plan they might be coming up with. He's got a decent spawn here for either connector or mid. Mac has got his op finally as well.
Yeah. T-side AWP on Overpass, probably the best map, one of the best maps in the pool to actually try and get it into action. Early picks toward Monster Tunnel, perhaps. Maybe one toward Playground or Balloons. And one to counteract, of course, the CT AWP too. Nice deep nade from NEOFRAG. Getting super aggressive on this one. Wow. Full knife out. Look how close he's going to be toward the slide in Playground, but it's not going to work. Maka with a counter flash. Didn't even affect NEOFRAG that much, but Exercise clears it immediately. W key held from NEOFRAG to no avail.
It's not the first time he's gone down early either. He did, of course, get caught by that AK that one round in mid where they weren't expecting much, so it was fairly understandable. This time around, though, just got super aggressive. Thankfully, his teammates are going to make up for it again, with Shock being a one-man army right now, as you can see.
Yeah, what a game. Oscar. This is a slightly spooky position for him to be in. He hasn't really got any supports until the rotating B-Stick will come up to help. The only support he has is that smoke right now. But there's no reason for 3D Max just to sprint through this, so that's why he feels comfortable there for now. Hello. Hello.
Well, that's B completely open, right? Yeah, no one here at all. They can even get the deep positioning for the after plant if they want.
That's rough.
Safe.
That's rough, right? Because one situation where they actually go for a rotation. Check it. Oh, he does. Okay, I'll get back to my point in a moment, because a retake could still be possible. Maybe not now. Oscar needs a frag right now, and I don't think it's going to come through. I don't think 3D Max will give him anything. They know how important it is to get a second T round on the board finally. But yeah, they had no Monster Watcher for a second there. Did Sinners. Oscar will hold for an exit, but they let Lucky walk through.
I mean, it's how they've been playing so far. They've been just going for crazy things, and they had been working out, so it's a volatile way to be winning for sure, and it also means they're taking these risks. They're willing to leave places open to stack up elsewhere in hope that they're correct in their decision making. Unfortunately, this time around, they just weren't. Still got decent money though, and I mean, the main save that they needed was the up for Oscar, so managing to pull that forward leaves them with loads for another buy if necessary, and obviously a really good one here now as well. Get another pause this time, I think, potentially a technical.
Yeah, it looks like a quick one. Players are moving, so I hope it's not going to be too long. Of course, with the set spawns now that we have, of course, on Overpass and every map in the pool. It's a little bit different for teams. Kind of more expected timings, I suppose. Vertigo has one particular T-side spawn, which gets you very fast up toward Gap on A. Overpass doesn't really have any fancy ones, I feel like. I think that could give you an opening pick really on a perfect timing. Still close enough to maybe go for an AWP frag toward Monster, for example, but not easy to feel under pressure. Looks like Lucky is the only one that hasn't bought up, so maybe a slight issue for him.
Not ideal. Might be the reason for the timeout. Might just be hating that he doesn't have enough to buy with everyone else perfectly. He's going to be stuck on a Galil. As is Joko, but he was willing to sacrifice. He could have went AK Kevlar with no nades if he wanted. Oh, here we go. We're getting back into it, so Lucky should be buying now. Probably another Galil. Which won't be terrible, but it is also a round that they need to pick up to chain these two together and get somewhere towards breaking the economy of Sinners. It's still not going to happen with this one, but it'll be a start at the very least.
Yeah.
Foundation to build off of here on the T side.
Sort of situation where for Sinners, if they can't take advantage of having such a bank, they'll be very frustrated. On a CT map like Overpass especially, being given so many gun rounds that you maybe can't convert, be frustrating for them. So it's just important for them for sure. Oscar tries to go for a peek into a con, but that's actually, even though we're in a third map, it feels like that's probably one of the main battles we've had, AWP versus AWP, in this game so far. Maka will best Oscar this time, but it does, in the end, lead to a 3D Max 4v3.
Yeah, they're playing things a lot slower now, even with the advantage in their favour. Sinners, though, on the other hand, they're aggressive. 2 players down in B water, and I believe I is also maybe in the pit right now. Yeah, they've completely abandoned A, and the bomb looks like it's actually probably going to head in that direction. Although right now it's still chilling back in the spawn.
I mean, having
Heaven.
yeah, I believe so. I think double short here for Sinners could still work out for something. This could be very interesting, actually. 30 seconds.
Alright. Shocked looking to stand on his ground once again. He was the reason they had such success early on and with a bit of assistance. It looks like indeed he has B on lockdown and potentially this round as well. Although a low health beasting needs to end it, and there you go. It's a little bit of a shaky spray, but in the end he does manage to get that kill.
Yeah. Unfortunately, 3D Max choosing wrong, choosing incorrectly, right? I said double short could be a problem. I looked like that where they were eking their way toward, right? And there we go.
Scout, couple AKs and pistols, it's not great. I maybe wouldn't have minded an eco for them to try and get towards a buy here again as early as possible, but with the scoreline it's also understandable that they want to press the issue a small bit. Timing us connector creep rather might work out in Gravity's favour, and indeed somehow he gets that kill. I thought NEOFRAG had the drop on him. Looked like
good reaction. Yeah, I think pretty sure he did. Just Gravity reacted faster. Ducked out the way. Now they have to get through Oscar and B-Stick, and there is a quick rotation up here as well from Ait. Look at B-Stick playing with this smoke. This is doable. Oh, look at the damage. 1 CT nade, 3 players put down to around about half HP, but that's a lot of information for B-Stick. He gets his 1-1, but sees 3 players on the other side of it. Ait is here. That will help out. Gravity will go down, but he's out of bullets. He's actually used his entire clip. Ait. That's a little bit overzealous, and yeah, he'll get punished for it, as will Sinners.
Yeah, punished big time. I mean, Shock's been playing insane, sure, but a 1v3, even with them all being fairly damaged. Just gonna need a few mistakes really to be made, although I was gonna say I don't think that's gonna happen because the flank was coming through.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what was going on. He just didn't bother shooting initially. Maybe wanted the knife kill, as you said, but in the end he decides, yeah, this isn't worth playing around with anymore. Even if he just managed to peek through and get one kill on one of his teammates right there, then could have affected things in the long run.
Yeah, that was a hold for Sinners that I thought was going to be a success. Beastic got all the intel for his teammates that 3 players were still waiting. Front bathroom on the headshot line. The damage was significant, but that's the first bit of, I would say, mistake in this whole entire series, actually, I really have seen from him so far. Obviously, it's hard to see through the molly, but he uses all of his bullets and then just chose to swing wide with the P2K after he was out. Awkward situation for him, don't get me wrong, but it looked awkward for a reason.
Wait with the wall bang there, I don't think. A little bit off. Either way, fairly short control taken, and well, this time the wall bang works. It's lucky though who gets it in his favor. Ties up the health. Again, slow down. Trying to feel each other out. It's double on the bathrooms, one back on the A-bomb site as well. It seems like that's the read currently that Sinners have. Pretty Max though more than willing to change apparently, because they've just gone ahead and sprinted everything back through the spawn. 50 seconds, so they're going to want to try and likely run this up long. Preferably while sticking to that left wall to maybe not give away the sound cues, but that's not the case.
Yeah, they're only being loud with it that they've taken long bathroom, and that's why NEOFRAG keeps an eye on it. So, nice frag for him. Gravity maybe waiting for him to peek Divider again, but won't see it. And NEOFRAG will creep a bit closer. 25 seconds.
Gonna move on, as you can see. Only 10 seconds. That bomb needs to be going down right now, and even with these trades, it's just not looking like it's gonna be enough. Trying to stick it in the smoke. The spam not stopping. Okay, but the USP should do it. It's a little bit of a shaky one. It takes longer than I would have liked, and again, they did concede the bomb plant, but either way, 7th round is gonna go the way of Sinners.
I was waiting to see Maka hit a quick fire no-scope there and somehow reposition for the possibility of the last frag though, but not to be. Overwhelmed. USP will spam him down. 3D Max, so they can get maybe 1 or 2 more on this T half. Last 2 rounds to be played. One of these 2, I think, I probably feel like that's not too bad.
On the op again here, meaning likely in their slow round. They had most of their success early on when they were willing to take a few more risks, I would say. And they've got a bit of a scoreline going. They've lost out on that economy that they had before. There's a bit of a buffer. Oh, and well, the flashing towards mid. NEOFRAG had been punished a couple of times for these mid peaks, never with the flash though, and never this late in the round either. As you can see, it was completely unexpected, and well, the assistance of the op as well there from Oscar. 3D Max are left looking damn near hopeless.
He's sticking around as well.
Yeah, definitely still working towards it. Got a bit of time.
Oh. He's seen it. He's seen 2. Oh, he was so desperate for that second kill, wasn't he? Maybe a little bit too desperate.
Yeah, it did backfire. Away.
Oh.
Okay, Oscar boosted up a spot above the bench, and Maka was bouncing around thinking he was all safe. And, well, no one's safe apparently right now because Oscar is ready. Quick 4K, actually. I was going to say 3K. I only spotted 3 of them.
Yeah, only 3 on camera, 4 in total. Very nice from Oscar. It's funny, isn't it? We both of us have been speaking about players. I want to see them perform to give their team a chance. Well, we spoke about Oscar and NEOFRAG in map 1. They both played very well. We spoke about Jocko to step up in map 2. And, well, we want to see more of Jocko, right? He's 1 in 10. He's gone. He's missing. Someone put out a search warrant.
Yeah.
And that's not going to help.
Keep my eyes peeled for Jocko. Hopefully he shows up before it's actually too late, because we're definitely starting to get towards that territory. Either way, things are just incredibly slow this game. Overpass can be fun when you have teams who are like, yeah, screw it, let's just do stuff. But 3D Max play incredibly slow and methodically, trying to take this map control, and Sinners realize that, so they just sit back and let 3D Max slowly take control with no resistance, but they use their nades anyway and take their time just to be sure.
We're about to see a brawl, Dean. 3 players ready and raring to go for Sinners, and 1 player long could be big. Let's see if that makes a difference. Ooh.
Unfortunately, just a single kill for Maka, all they're able to achieve. Either way, 9-3 is going to be a spectacular half for Sinners. Lucky might try and maybe get something done. No, if you went through the Lucky, perhaps could have stole that weapon up close.
You gotta hold W, brother. Not gonna happen. B-Stick puts him down. Great hold from Sinners. 9-3 CT half. Quick break. We'll see if they can close it out.
Alright, we are back, and well, so are Sinners after a poorer performance on the second map. Things have certainly turned tide here on Overpass, and 3D Max are going to need this pistol round to give themselves even an inch of hope in terms of being able to pull this back. Kevlar across the board, apart from Lucky, who, I don't know, must have used some utility early on, maybe?
Yeah, looks like it. There's no dualies dropped, so you'd think that's probably the case. Jocko will double his kills. Come on, Jocko. I'm an enjoyer of watching you play. I want to see you on form. Let's see how he looks. Well, I'll tell you how 3D Max looks. It's a tongue twister. They're hitting all their shots right now. Back here with 2. And AJTT, otherwise known as Ite, is stuck. But he's still got another kill. Triple on the board. Will just get away as well. And he's got the bomb on his back.
I mean, 40 seconds though, what can he really do? Like, just about make it over, but you can see by the time he gets there, you're already going to have a player in position. With such low health. Really isn't a ton to be done unless he gets instant headshots here again. Let's see. Can I manage to work a miracle?
Well, a plant is actually a minor miracle. And they are split right now. They are split right now! Right, Ite. Quad kill. Jocko. 1v1. No kits. Tap on the bomb. Ite will just hide. There's no reason to push forward just yet. Jocko, you'd think he'd check this corner. He does, and he clears him out. What an attempt that was. But the plant, it's definitely helpful. 4 kills. He'll be able to get an AK in play without a doubt. What an attempt, though. Great try.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. As you said, Joko just about edges it out, and he's been having a really tough performance himself, so to pick up such a crucial round here, Sinners is going to be important to him. Hopefully we'll alleviate a bit of that pressure and he can start to perform here, because they're going to need it, even with that round there being won.
Nade from Jocko. Flies through the hedge.
Avoiding damage completely, so
Yeah.
do have the door, I think, connector blown up once again so that they can eventually see the jump peak. Mass is not the only one for that, really, is it?
No. Not in particular. Jocko, you mentioned he's having a rough game, though, but that doesn't really matter, right? If you can win a round single-handedly, pretty much. You got 2 really important kills. The one that closed it out, of course. Impact frags for Jocko.
Nice setup here on mid, though, as they try and come out through connector, as well as those mid steps. It started off fantastically for 3D Max, and well, it's still favourable, but I was going to say a couple of trades back and forth did give some questions. It's not the bomb currently either, which is unfortunate.
This is unlikely when you have CT circling the bomb. Spotted out as well.
Yeah, there's nothing Oscar can do, to be honest. He's probably going to get sprayed through the smoke because that's his luck. Ronaldo not happening. Maybe he'll get something.
Oh.
Yeah, never mind.
Wow.
The third player was gone anyway, but 2 kills still would have been good damage considering they've got the round advantage still. So
Yeah. In the general, it was smart from 3D Max there to make sure the third player was completely away from the equation, because, you know, mad things have happened in the past. Round is guaranteed with that time on the clock and the bomb down. Oscar does his best and actually does pretty well. Not just to get one, but to hit the dink on the second. Unlucky not to get both, really, but... It limits the economy. Look what the buy they have. I know it's against an eco. So they'll be able to farm up the cash with the MP9 and the XM, but still.
Whoa!
Wow.
What is shotgun? Oh my god,
What?
he's not normal. He's gonna get a third. I can feel it. He is rolling right now. Here we go. He saw gravity. His head might be big enough right now, considering this aggression he's gone for, that he was actually pulling bullets towards it with gravity. As a 5-on-2 now takes place. Maka an exercise to see what they can do to somehow salvage what should have been an unlosable round.
Exercise. Yeah, I mean, he pulled Bond back, if you remember, on mute, right? In this situation, but, well, not this one. What did I say, like, before, even before we actually saw it happen, like, almost like a map and a half ago? Sinners and Deagles, man. And Shock. I've seen him do this so much. It is actually nuts. And those two in connector, especially the one on the jump spot, dirty.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. 3D Max hadn't really built up any economy either, so they're just screwed. Completely screwed. Sinners are going to be likely up against just a single rifle to get their 11th round already.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, that was absolutely heartbreaking for 3D Max. Single rifle, double eco on towards, what, 4 of the players?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That just...
yeah,
that is... It hurts if you're the French side. You got yourself in a position, I mentioned they only had the MP9 and the XM, right? But they had the chance to get some cash with that. That's why I led into the round, speaking about it in that way. They can never discount the Sinners Deagles, but that was one which looked, you know, maybe a 1 in 25 round. 1 in 20, something like that. Where Shock hits shots like that. Gorgeous from Shock. 17 and 7. IT 16 and 7 after his almost on the pistol round as well. Look at the buy 3D Max having this one. They're going to have 2 M4s still, but a Deagle with no armor. Gravity sacrificing himself to get his teammate on an M4. Lucky on a scout. And they're just rushing B, I think.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet. Why not? The Mac 10s, especially up close, can be pretty solid. Okay, it's the Deagles again, this time for 3D Max that managed to pop off. What is going on? Fortunately, I was going to say Joko was kind of locked out on short. The nade came in, but no smokes or mollies left in play, sadly. But I actually do have a smoke and molly on Oscar, sorry. Just taking their time and not using it. Oscar, though, should have this flank, and well, the timing is a bit awkward as he takes out the molly, but at the very least, I was gonna say NEOFRAG knows where it's coming from, but it is Maka. He already knew he was making a runner.
Yeah, very tight there for NEOFRAG. He can get a plant. That's actually a nice Molotov for Maka. It's not going to be in the perfect position that he'd want, but NEOFRAG's got the plant down. Maka doesn't actually know where he's positioned. NEOFRAG's just decided not to budge on truck. Of course, Maka definitely has the health advantage, but no kit. And of course, Maka has to clear out all these positions. He's looking back and forth, but NEOFRAG makes it happen. Wow. Double kill for him. And a tough situation in front of Sinners once again goes their way.
Yeah, now the question is, did they eco and try and play for the overtime, or how did they do? Yeah.
You probably have to in this scenario now. 2k per player, that is the sort of eco level.
They get 2400, so they can just about scrape out the buy in the next round, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It was kind of up in the air, and they've decided on the eco in the end, but it means they're going to be fighting for an overtime. I'd also like to see Joko get to use his Zeus again.
Yeah, Gravity's got one as well, so... There's a world. Maka's got an eagle. If Shot can do it, why can't Maka? Maka's having a good game. Unfortunately for 3D Max, not enough. Reminder. Oh, hello. Jocko gives it a go. Not this time. So reminder, winner of this game goes through to the playoff semi-finals. They skip a round. Loser has to go play for round 1. Looks like Sinners are going to be that team. 11-5 to 12-5 in a matter of 3 USPs. NEOFRAG will definitely check this angle. Gets a bit spooked. Mouse wheel jump. Happens to the best of us, but Gravity Zeus is denied, and he finds the last as well. Ever closer.
Sorry, we're getting a lot of pauses here. We are getting back into it now, but 3D Max needs 7 rounds in a row just for the overtime, and then there'd still be a ways to go to actually look towards victory. Either way, they've got what they can afford. FAMAS mixed in with this buy, a boost up here to try and get the initial kill, and that's going to alleviate a bit of pressure. B-Stick as well, who gets taken out. He's been playing a decent enough game. They just focus their attention towards long for now, and it's actually only Joko back on the bomb site, so if they did move quickly, then not much we could do.
Ooh. Some intel for Jocko. Unfortunately for Sinners, their play up long will be telegraphed. And they go straight through that smoke. NEOFRAG can't deal with Jocko, and Lucky helps out as well. Maybe that smoke is perhaps a little bit overzealous from Sinners. They want this game done and dusted, don't they? And that's a little bit of a rush, perhaps, from them.
Yeah, definitely rushed. As you said, the time it's getting towards now, just knowing that they're only a single round away, they thought they could get it done.
Some damage here would be nice for Sinners. Got a bit of cash, a little bit, quite a lot actually. Ite will be pushing forward. Unfortunately, the crossfire for 3D Max on site is absolutely perfect. So if they get away through this, well, I mean, that is an idea. But Exercise will manage to take it. So now it's down to Oscar, and he will absolutely be saving his AWP. He will, and they'll be able to buy comfortably against Sinners in the following round. But 3D Max have a lifeline. Unfortunately, they need 6 in a row.
Yeah, halfway there. I mean, gotta look on the bright side, find some sort of a silver lining, you know, all the cliches.
Yeah.
But yeah, one round at a time.
Have to get the
Better
casting cliches off a reel, right? Off a list, one by one.
Exactly. I have a notepad which is full of cliches that I work with.
I actually have like a sticky note on my computer with tons of phrases, like not actual like cliches, but like comments that I want to use at the right moment one day.
Yeah.
Like good phrases.
Players specifically and teams specifically, is it?
Yeah.
Fair. Oh, the timing. Will he get a wall bang? No shots being sent off. Boost again. We've already seen it have success recently, so I don't think they're going to fall for it again if they do move in this direction. Maka through the smoke. I don't think he's seeing anything. He shot through, got shock. Well, open, and they might try and follow up, though. You can see the second player. They could potentially finish this push in, but no, it's not going to happen. Never mind. Sinners are getting torn apart once again. 3D Max in a 5-on-3 already.
It's seeming pretty difficult now to try and close it out on this visit. Only 2 on site though. That could be sure they're playing a bait setup on barrel, but there's a world in which you can maybe trade those 2 kills for 1 death, get an after plant. 2v3 changes things slightly.
I mean, they need to try something crazy or else just go straight up for the save. I think the save
Yeah,
might be
it's
the way
gonna be
to
a
go.
save, sadly.
NEOFRAG can drop one, and well, they could actually just buy for themselves as well, the other two. So either way, they're going to be fine. Well, 7. I mean, as we said, one round at a time. It's slowly ticking its way upwards. So 5 more opportunities here for Sinners to close things out.
Well, if there's one situation for 3D Max where they can make a massive comeback like this happen, it is CT Overpass.
Yeah.
It is MR12. It's not exactly the most difficult streak in the world. But of course, no mistakes can be afforded. That is the problem. Nothing can be let through. First 2 maps were run-overs pretty much, as we saw. This is the closest of 3 so far. Shock. We'll see 1. Be aware that there's 2. That is the problem. He most certainly is not. He goes for his swing and gets punished.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not playing off of each other anymore because they had such a great start to this game. They had so much success. You can see that they're maybe a little bit overconfident at this point. Same there to be said for Maka, perhaps, as he peeked in toward mid. Got his face ate off. Either way, a 4-on-4 with just over 50 seconds. Sinners need to come to a decision soon about what they're going to do, and well, with a player nearly creeping onto that A-bomb site already, that might be the direction they head in.
I mean, NeoFrag was gifted 1 frag in response, right? And actually, they've chosen very much correctly here. There's a chance for a plant. They've locked 3D Max behind the bank smoke. Got NeoFrag up close. More HE damage coming in as well. Lucky and Exercise both chunked down. This is now very difficult for 3D Max to work their way back into. This could be Sinners getting it over the line. In kind of strange fashion, actually. NeoFrag goes for the spray transfer. Only gets 1, but B-Stick finds 1 too, so it keeps it even. Oscar on the line, waiting. Gun barrel spotted, but there are 2 players crossing. And he misses the flick. He's now under a lot of pressure, and he gets taken out. Ite tries to finish off the game for his team. Gravity down. He's not knowing, of course, whether he's found the defusing player. Now he knows there's 1 more on the bomb, but the Glock has to come out. And it should be a defuse for Jocko. Oh, my goodness. By an absolute gnat's whisker. 3D Max are still in the game.
He probably could have managed to get the reload in as well, maybe, rather than the Glock spam. It might have just about clinched it for him. I mean, either way, it was risky, but yeah, sadly that doesn't pay off. Going for the wild Glock spam into the smoke. 4 more chances to close it out, but it really should have been done by this point, so Sinners are definitely kicking themselves. Either way, the buys continue on both sides.
That was close. Not the first time I've seen Sinners in a really close defuse on that site, actually.
Yeah.
In the one game we did at some point last year.
Another very slow round play now. Neither team wanting to give even an inch in the beginning of any of these rounds, especially 3D Max. They need to walk a very thin line between being aggressive and unpredictable and also just not making any mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, Overpass kind of does play out this way these days. And you were right earlier, right, about Sinners very happily giving up 1v1 duels, just kind of walking into angles. They've kind of fallen off a little bit from playing that team-based system. Thankfully, in the last round, and in this one, they've been given a lifeline and a recovery kill into a 4v4. For often, no reason.
Yeah, just feck all the time, though.
Yeah, that is very Irish of you.
Yeah, it's not a curse, right? FPK. Allowed to say that.
Yeah, it's You're not exactly wrong either. 20 seconds. Let's see if the game ends here and now for Sinners.
Oh, it's just going to be down to the brawl that happens. Okay, B-Stick with the initial kill. There's a player on the ramp, though, as the flash took 8 out of contention for a moment. 8, I couldn't say his name.
4 seconds! 4 seconds!
With a nade. It's done. It doesn't matter. He couldn't do anything. That is horrible. As I was trying to get 8's name out of my mouth.
Oh, well,
and
this is unreal, mate.
Eat the loss.
This is unreal. That's 2 rounds in a row now. A literal 0. I don't know, 0.010 second defuse, and now a nade which denies the plant with 4 seconds to go. Sinners, they're gonna be kicking themselves here. This is getting a bit spooky now. The money's starting to drop lower. 3D Max are only 3 behind. Wow.
Quadruple overtiming.
I mean, it would be the way the gods work, wouldn't it? You're all super tired. I'm feeling a bit ill, but listen.
Yeah.
All good. We power
I
through.
heard the click and the pause was indeed removed. So
Yeah.
we'll get back into this now. Let's see if 3D Max still have it in them again. So many moments here it looks where they might have made their final mistake, and yet they managed to claw it back. And not necessarily because Sinners are making loads of mistakes. They are definitely making some, as I said, especially early round. They're taking a lot of individual peaks without the chances for trades. But in those later rounds where it's chaotic and such, it's crazy, and it's just 3D Max showing up when it's necessary.
It'd be funny if this is the round that Sinners somehow find a way to win. Counter-Strike does have ways of working like that, doesn't it? Little boost towards short. Ike spots his prey. Exercise down. That's a way to make it work. And look at this. NEOFRAG spots one on long. Oh, the timing. No way. He catches one as well. Oh, my goodness. He had a chance on both, but he takes neither. Oscar still found one in the meantime, though. And Gravity gets caught up by Ike. That's opened up B. And Oscar's still lurking on A as well, really. It's a very weird round, split across the map. Picks coming in everywhere. Sinners don't really know a plan until the kills come through, it feels. Oscar, Jocko leaps his way forth, trying to not get caught on the door angle, crossing down on. This is now so difficult for 3D Max. They've clawed it back a couple of times already, but Oscar is behind. Oh, only a leg shot. This is ridiculous stuff. 25 seconds, Jocko tagged up, but Lucky is still here. They're trying to close down for the kills, and there we go. It's now all Lucky, and surely in the open this is not possible. He finds one, takes a dink, now they can just triple swing him, and Shock finishes it off. Wild end to this map. A defuse with absolutely no time left on the clock, a nade denying, a bomb plant in the last second, and almost a recovery at the end there from 3D Max again, but not this time. Sinners finally get it over the line, and they are going through to the semi-finals of playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the road either for 3D Max. They're going to go into that low.